Hello everybody, I'm Jacob Pyle and this is the Jacob Pyle Show. As some of you may already know, this week's show is going to be a little bit different. We do not actually have any guests this week on our show due to lack of interest. So when it came time to actually put together this particular episode this week, I had to do one of two things. We could either go ahead and film an episode of our show like we normally would do. We could, spend a half an hour interviewing myself, but I figured, well, it would be hard to kind of fill a half-hour show with that, plus it would be kind of boring. Or we could re-show a past episode of my show, which is exactly what we're going to do this week. We're going to re-show our pilot, which I filmed a couple of months ago. Some of you probably might have already seen it, some of you might not. But my guest in this week's episode is a lady by the name of Faith Ernst. I think you'll enjoy it. Next week we have a very special Christmas edition of our show for you. Our guests will include Sarah Church and a very special appearance by the one and only Santa Claus, among other things. You don't want to miss that. Again, I thank you guys for understanding our little situation here. And now, without further ado, let's get on with the show. Enjoy.
And now, from our studios in Kokomo, Indiana, Jacob Pyle.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you guys are watching this. My name is Jacob Pyle, and this is the Jacob Pyle Show. I'm so happy to have you with us. Each week on our show, we will normally have two guests in a half-hour segment each week. I say normally because, to be honest with you, we do not actually have any guests on our show this week. But what I thought we would do for the 30 minutes we have together this week, since this is only a pilot anyway, is we would re-show an interview that I taped back in March of 2018 with a lady by the name of Faith Ernst. Now, there's two major differences on our show. One, I don't necessarily wear a suit and tie. Most of the time I'll be wearing button-up shirts like this and sweaters. And second, we have no studio audience. It's filmed, and we filmed the show in a. We're not even filming in a studio. This is actually filmed in my apartment, literally. So, but the reason for those things is that I want the interview, when we do have guests, to be as calm and as intimate as possible. One of my many inspirations of doing this type of show is Tom Snyder. Tom Snyder used to host a show back in the 70s called Tomorrow, which was a late-night talk show on NBC. It used to come on right after The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson. And unlike the many late-night talk show hosts you see today, like Conan O'Brien or Jimmy Fallon or James Corden or Stephen Colbert or Jimmy Kimmel, to mention a few, Tom Snyder's shows were more unique. You got to hear a different side of the story from many of Tom Snyder's guests on each episode. And he would present the show in such a fashion. Again, he never really had a studio audience. You can really kind of listen in to what the guest has to say without any distractions. Now, I'm not going to try to imitate Snyder, because you can't really imitate other people or try to imitate the way a person does things. But I will try to make this show as unique and intimate and as good as I can get it as possible. So with all that said, let's move on with our first interview. As I said earlier, back in March of 2018, I taped an interview with a lady from Carmichael, California. She's a singer and she's an actress. Let's go back to March of 2018 as I present this interview with Faith Ernst. Roll it. And now joining us from Carmichael, California, here is our special guest, Faith Ernst. So I think to get started, for the viewers who really don't know you very well, go ahead and tell us a little something about yourself.
All right. Well, I'm a theater major. I'm in my junior year at William Jessup University. I just got married 3 months ago, so that's a lot of fun.
Congratulations.
You thanks. I grew up as the oldest of 5 girls, and let's see, I'm a self-taught singer. Yeah, that's about it.
All right, and then like now what got you now what got you interested in singing and performing and acting and things like that?
Um, hmm. I think I kind of grew up with it. My grandma majored in theater in college, and my mom did it in high school. And when I was younger, I was obsessed with filmmaking. And so when I was 16, I wrote and directed and cast and did the video and edited a short film, and I sent it to the Christian Worldview Film Festival, and it got finalist in the Young Filmmakers category, and um, that just kind of lit the fuse. And so ever since then, I've been um, just passionate about art, and uh, yeah, it's my life. Yeah.
All right. So now, do you like now? What is your favorite part about like acting or I mean, what's your favorite part of being out on stage or in front of a camera or things like that?
Yeah. Hmm. That's a hard question to answer, but I think my favorite part is being able to explore parts of myself, parts of life that I wouldn't if I was just living, you know? Because with a character, you can be someone totally different, but still yourself. Um, it's hard to explain, but yeah, it's you step out on stage, and while you are still yourself, you're someone totally different, and you're seeing the world through someone else's eyes. And I like being able to do that and communicate just hope to an audience, you know?
Yeah. Now, now as we just saw in that, I was looking at that clip that you sent, and when we got this, and I think I say you sing really good. I think you do a really good job.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And when you now have you now what now I think this is an a question that I ask frequently, but it's like I mean, do you have any like me for instance? I sing. I mean, of course, I sing in front of an audience, and I've sung on camera and things like that before.
Hmm.
And we have a and I do a lot of I have a lot of fun with it because it's like I know, but then I have a lot of fun with it because I'm used to it, because
Yeah.
I sing for a living. Now say now in your case what now like say now I know other people too have got like who get butterflies in their stomach
Hmm.
and stuff when they try to get into what would be your advice to those kind of people that maybe are shy or just trying to get to the that say, oh, I don't want to sing in front of people or or play a musical instrument or participate in a play because I'll be doing it in front of a large audience. What would be your advice to those kind of people?
Hmm. I think my advice would be well, everyone gets the butterflies when they start performing. It's not just you. Um, but if you do it anyway, if you're brave and you just do it, it's you walk off, going, "Oh wow, that was it." It wasn't that bad, and um, everyone loved it. You know, I think we are always our highest critics, and so um, you might be scared because you're afraid you do really badly, but everyone else sees all the good you do, and I think that's good to remember. Um, it's a lot scarier in your head than it is on the stage.
All right. Now, now here's another thing that most actors and actresses do. I mean, well, I'll do this. I know, like, I know. What's your favorite? What's your favorite? I want to get to know you a little bit better. I mean, do you ever like watch movies or watch plays and things like that? I'm sure you probably do. Oh yeah. What's your favorite like movie or play that you can that you love seeing or for reasons unknown or whatever?
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, my favorite movie would probably be The Greatest Showman, and my favorite play would be Into the Woods by Stephen Sondheim.
Yeah. Now I never really seen the. I've heard about the movie The Greatest Showman. Um, I mean, I mean, without going into like any further details for those who hadn't seen the movie, tell us a little bit. I mean, tell us a little bit about it. What do you think about it?
I think it's amazing. It's the story of the man who invented the circus, and it's just so inspiring to see how he pushed through so much prejudice and created something that the world needed but didn't know they needed. And it was just really inspiring.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Let me see how. Okay. So, yeah, that's I hear. Yeah, that's a really good movie. I must say. I think. Yeah, I'd say for those who are interested in wanting to see a movie like that, I mean that would be a good, really good movie to see. I think everybody should watch it. Don't you agree?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Now, you're an aspiring actress. Do you have like any what I mean? Do you have like a favorite play that you've actually had a chance to perform in? In your path, and and all the stuff that you've done and things like that.
Yeah, let's see. Probably my favorite play that we've done is the one I'm in rehearsals for right now. We're doing the Hound of the Baskervilles. The Sherlock Holmes story.
Okay.
We're doing that. It's so much fun. It's a very screwball comedy version, and so it's just hysterical. Rehearsals are hilarious, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah. So I'm playing Mrs. Barrymore, who's the maid at the mansion that Sir Henry goes to live at. So the story is that someone's trying to kill Sir Henry, and Sherlock and Watson go with him to Dartmoor to figure out who the killer is. And legend has it that it's this huge hound, and so they're trying to figure out who the hound is, who controls the hound, all this, and it's a mystery. It's so much fun. And then turns out at the end it's Stapleton, who is like Sir Henry's neighbor, and happy ending, all that. So, um,
Oh, sounds like a fun. That sounds like a good and exciting play that you're taking part of here.
yeah, it is.
I think I don't really like I say I don't really participate in plays much. The first play I ever participated in was this was way back in 2008. I did I was the narrator for a play called Beauty and the Beast for the high school, and I played. I mean, I had a small role as the narrator, and of course you could. I mean, telling by my voice, you could probably see why.
Hmm.
Yeah, and yeah, and that was a lot of fun. I recently went to go see Have you heard of the play Bye Bye Birdie by chance?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I went to go. I think that was the most recent one that the school did that I went to go see. I had a lot of fun. I mean it's a really good play. I mean, if you've seen it before, if not, it's definitely a good movie to see or play to see. But it's really a lot of fun. You know, I thought it was so. I mean, most of the younger people who I was watching the play, and most of the younger people probably don't know who Ed Sullivan is. But I think once you've seen because I mean, Ed Sullivan is a real guy. He was the guy that I mean, he had his own show. He was popular for introducing the Beatles to a nationwide audience, and he was more popular for all this other stuff. But I was quite surprised. I mean, I was quite surprised about that. And I was quite surprised, and the whole show was great, and I had a good time. Yeah. So anyway, and now what about TV shows? I know you do like. Have you like? I mean, do you have like a favorite do you have a favorite TV show you've done or made for TV or one of those things?
Well, I haven't been in any TV shows yet, other than this Jacob Pyle show. And yeah, so I haven't been in it yet, but I'm hoping to in the future.
Oh, sounds good. Now, in general, what is your favorite? Do you have like a favorite TV show you like to watch, or just things like that?
Yeah. Let's see. I love watching White Collar. I don't know if you've seen it.
No, I
It's
haven't.
okay. It's an FBI show. The main character is, um, he's a convicted felon, and he's an art, um, he's an art. What do you call it when they forger? Um, he's an art forger, and he helps the FBI track down all these criminals because he knows how the criminal mind works. And over the course of the show, you see him reforming, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I got like I'm more of a classical rerun type person myself. I got like, I mean, I'm more of like I'm more of like 70s and 80s type stuff like I like Andy Griffith. I like Morgan Mindy. This Morgan Mindy. If you haven't seen, I'm sure you're probably too young to remember Morgan Mindy, but if you do watch it, Robin Williams is hysterical
Oh, he's
on
so
that TV
great.
series. Yeah, and there are other shows I like too, and it's a lot of fun. It's really a good show. I think it's really a good fun show to watch. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, for sure.
And
I love the Andy Griffith
yeah.
show growing up too.
Yeah, I mean, I think you can still watch. I think you can still watch that on like they got like these classic TV networks now, MeTV, Antenna TV, things like that, where they show nothing but classic TV shows, and I think that's really cool that they're doing that.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Now let's talk music for a second here. Do you have like a favorite like what's your favorite like do you have a favorite song or a favorite singer?
Ooh, that's such a hard question. Yes, I have a lot of favorites. Choosing one is the problem. Um, let's see. Well, in terms of voice, Celine Dion, Carrie Underwood. Um, let's see. Favorite song. Hmm. I don't know. While I think about that, what's your favorite song?
Okay. My favorite song would have to be I don't know. I have so many favorite artists. There are so many. I mean, and I've done cover versions of many of their songs. I like Elton. I think Elton John. The first song I've ever recorded back in 2008 of Elton's would be "Don't Go Breaking My Heart."
Uh huh.
And I've done like I've done like other songs, Drift Away. I like I and like I said, My Heart Will Go On by Celine Dion. I like that one. I like and I like so many others too, and it's fun. I like them.
Yeah, that's awesome. Um, I was just looking at my playlist. I think I really like a couple of songs. Have you seen the movie Sing?
Oh, I've heard of the movie. I hadn't really seen it.
Yeah, well, a couple of the songs from that movie are really great. I love Set It All Free and I'm Still Standing.
Yeah, yeah. I like that. I like that little duet that Ariana Grande and Stevie Wonder did. I thought that was pretty good.
Hmm.
Uh, on the soundtrack to the movie, they did a really good job with that. Like, yeah. One of our segments sometimes that we like to feature is we like to feature other people's talents too, and get a chance to show my talents a little bit too as a singer. This song we're about to sing, I'll tell you a quick story about it before we do it. We were me and a friend of mine were sitting at a park bench in Sharpsville one time, and we were singing, and she was because I didn't know the song real well at the time. I've heard of it, but I hadn't really learned it, and this girl and I was teaching me the lyrics to the song. I was just basically repeating the lyrics back. But when we got to the chorus of the song, we both sang beautifully, and we had a fun time. She's with the heavens right now, looking down on us as we sing the song, and yeah, I hope you enjoy it. The song is called "My Heart Will Go On" by Celine Dion.
Every night in my dreams, I see you, I feel you. That is how I know you. Go on.
Far across the distance and spaces between us, you have come to show you. Go on. Near, far, wherever you are, I believe that the heart does go on. Once more, you open the door, and you're here in my heart, and my heart will go on and on. Love can touch us one time and last for a lifetime, and never let go till we're one.
Love was when I loved you. One true time I hung you. In my life will always go on.
Near, far, wherever you are, I believe that the heart does go on. Once more, you open the door, and you're here heart will go on and There's nothing I fear, and I know that my heart will go on. We'll stay forever this way. You are safe in my heart, and my heart will go on and on. My heart will go on. That was fun. Faith
Yeah, it
Ernst,
was.
good luck, and thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Faith, for that interview. That was so much fun. Hopefully, once we get some guests and stuff on the show, it'll be the same format, except we're doing two guests, one person for 15 minutes, another person for 15, and hopefully, after watching that clip, it'll give you a general idea as to what the show's about. And if you think you'd be interested in wanting to be a special guest on my show, talk to me on my Jacob Pyle Show Facebook page, and hopefully we'll get you on a future show. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm Jacob Pyle. Goodbye until next time.